I just want to say welcome to today's edition.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome to this rainy Thursday morning. Wherever you are.
It's raining cat and dog here and there.
And dog? This one is elephant and elephant and cow.
Okay. However, I've been joined by Emma Udaya. Emma Udaya happened to be the Secretary General of NUJ, Anambra State, but today you are Public Affairs Analyst. What is a welcome?
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll start with the ABS website. What do we have there, the ABS website? Let's begin with that. Okay, Okuzu protest, ABS crew mobbed, official vehicle destroyed, money stolen. FGDPR tasked to enforce laws against citing petrol and gas stations in residential areas. Anambra government reunites 10 more rehabilitated mentally challenged persons with their families. Semi-intensified sensitization of riverine communities. Flood sacks Anambra West Council headquarters. Nzam. Staff relocate to Umuezana. Party primaries. Abga holds retreat in Oka. Police shooting. Okuzu youths go on rampage. Let's join the first and the last together. The rampage in Okuzu. ABS mob vehicles and also vandalized.
Yes. Actually, I was not happy yesterday when I heard that some staff of ABS who went to cover that incident were mobbed. And I want to say that this is rather unfortunate because journalists or media workers are not supposed to be joined in the fray because they are merely reporting what happened. I don't see why those youths should have taken it out on them for doing their legitimate duties because they were not involved. They just came there to report what is happening. So I want to condemn that, and it is condemnable. What I also want to add is that our security agents and agencies should be more responsible in the way they do their jobs.
That's because the second one there, the police they killed somebody, a youth in Okuzu, and then that is the reason behind the youths going on.
Yes, there are different accounts of what happened, and I've not been able to really piece together, to get to the root of it. But I think that what the police said was quite different from what the mob alleged. I know it's a mob action. The mob is composed of people with a lot of emotions. So they were moved. And one person could have sparked off what happened. And then others, would have added subjectives to it, adding things to it to make it sweet. So, but I want to say that what happened is not something to be really happy about because it goes to paint a bad picture of the state. It's a kind of creating an image problem for us.
Okay. All right, let's go to another paper, the Sun newspaper. You got it there? Okay. What we have there, the banner headline, Ambode Tinubu sticks to his guns with the rider, refuses to be persuaded on governor's second term, asks aspirant to mobilize for primaries. Another one, party, no consensus candidates. Ambode, no rift with ex-governor. And then down there we have 2019, AFD to set up electoral court. Vote bias, risk imprisonment. PDP, we are watching. Sit at home, IPOP, mass-up clash. Police, Army, Navy orders in show of force. Let's take the banner headline.
Yes. This, again, throws up the issue of godfatherism. Obviously, Ambode appears to have issues with his godfather. And then they are trying to join the public in what is supposed to be their personal affairs. And I want to say that we are tired of this. Ambode and Tinubu should sort their issues, and they should not bamboozle the people with what ought to be their personal matters.
And I wonder how they're going to sort out themselves when Ambode is saying that he doesn't have any problem with Tinubu. And then even when there are committees that have been set up to look into their case. So what the hell is going on?
No, it's for quite some time. We have been hearing stories about the rift between the two of them. So it's no longer a secret.
A secret,
it's something that everybody knows.
Okay, let's move ahead.
Okay, now let's go to Daily Times. Daily Times newspaper is the next. 2019, Buhari, PDP differ as president submits forms. With the rider don't allow PDP to return to power, PDP tells Nigerians. And then another rider there, no, Nigerians have rejected you ahead of election, PDP talking. Then up there, EFCC will be neutral in fighting corruption within rule of law. Magu is talking there. And down there, no plan to shift 2019 polls. INEC insists. Let's take that one.
Yes. The issue of who becomes what in 2019 is not for PDP or APC to determine. It is for the masses. Nigerians, the electorate. So I'm asking it's a charge to them to actually appraise the two parties, looking at their manifestos, because quite often, for some years now, our people have not bothered to consider the manifestos, or the political parties themselves do not even have manifestos. People come to power and they pursue their own personal programs. So Nigerians should put on their thinking caps.
That's something I'd like us to look at here. CSO sues Tambawa Otton Ahmed once called to declare their seats vacant. Why would their seats be declared vacant?
Seats of Tambawa land.
Tambawa Otton and Ahmed.
They are not. I think they have not done anything differently, because over the years, even from the inception of this democracy, people have been crossing to different parties, and nothing happened to them. So I don't see why their own should be an issue now.
Okay.
Okay.
IDEC said they are not shifting the election. Are people speculating shifts of the election timetable?
Of course, there are speculations, but I don't think it is possible.
And you think if the
is fueled by the fact that the president is here to sign the amended.
That's what I'm trying to say. You think that if the president fails to sign it, it's not going to affect the electoral process?
No, definitely the president will sign it because he knows the implications.
I be definite about that.
Yes, he has to.
Okay, let's talk business now. Let's go to Business Day paper there. The banner headline there: uncertainty clouds Disco's operations as performance agreement nears review. With the rider, FG has not met its obligations. Disco's. Then BPE may reset power privatization. Let's talk about that only.
Actually, there is need to review the contract of these agencies that have been responsible, charged with providing power, because they have failed the nation. They have rather given us darkness instead of light. And there's need for us to review whatever arrangement we have with them.
And they are blaming the federal government that they've not really met up to the obligations. You asked me to move this seat from here to there, and then you didn't give me the wherewithal to do it. And then you hold me responsible because I've not moved it.
This is what they are telling Nigerians now, but there could be more to what they are saying.
You think it's not what happened?
Yes, there could be more to what they are saying.
Okay, the lines are there on the screen. Please, if you can call and make contributions, ask questions based on what we are talking about, and of course the papers we are reviewing here. Move straight to the Punch newspaper.
And on the Punch newspaper this morning, 2019, Buhari Ajimobi Akiolu enlastment last-minute love to save Ambode. And then no rift between Tinubu and me. Ambode, that's Lagos State Governor, is still saying this. And sometimes I wonder what they are hiding. 2 killed as protesting Anambra youth sack police station. This is very, very unpalatable. Okay, for want of time, let's look at that. We have seen this and we have seen that. Is there any other story that ought to be seen here? We didn't hear about people being killed. Theophilus, at Okuzu.
Actually, apart from the one that the youths are alleging the police killed, I think we have not heard of another killing, except the ABS staff who were manhandled, kind of. But the issue is that why these protests taking the laws into their hands instead of really following due process?
Or do we start afresh? Why are the security agencies that's supposed to be protecting lives and property killing the people that they're supposed to protect?
I think there are 2 sides to it. It is the duty of responsibility of law and order is supposed to be collective. The citizens have their own duties, while the law enforcement agencies also have their own. And I think they have not actually applied themselves to what they should be doing. That is why there should be restraint. People should carry out their mandate more responsibly. Because as a citizen, it doesn't give you the right to be lawless. You know, it is a two-way street. The police have a responsibility to maintain law and order, while the citizens also have the responsibility to keep the peace. So both have failed, and I think there should be a meeting point. There should be a meeting point between
and the journalists who are supposed to protect both interests are being attacked. I don't know where we are going in this country. However, let's go ahead. The next is the Nigerian Tribune. And what do we have there? Vote.
Nigerian Guardian is what is on there.
Okay, Nigerian Guardian. Okay, let's take the Guardian instead. And then what do we have there? Buhari summons Tinubu over rift with Ambode. And then we have IPOP. Security agencies set for showdown. With the rider, no going back on tomorrow's lockdown. Biafra group vows. Army threatens to deal with misguided elements. Police, youths clash in Anambra, 2 killed. Okay, the Ambode issue is come, but let's look at
this sit at home. Yes, order coming up tomorrow.
Sit at home by IPOP.
And the security agencies said they are ready.
Again, there is need for restraint, you know, by both the police and the IPOP. Actually, I don't think any organization has the right to restrict the movement of any. It is a fundamental right of every citizen to move about freely. To that extent, IPOP has no right whatsoever to
declare it at
home or to compel anybody to observe it at home.
Okay, let's move ahead. Nigerian Tribune is next. What do we have? Vote buying. Jonathan tackles Oshomole. And then down there we have no reef with Tinubu. Ambode says. The rider on that of vote buying is 2016 Edo Guba polls was starting point, he says. APC must win 2019 election. Buhari is saying that we now have 15.6 million members. Oshomole is talking about membership of APC. Let's join it with Nation newspaper and we round up. Nation newspaper, what do we have there? APC elders, no anointed aspirant for Lagos governor. With the rider, Ambode dispels rumor of rift with Tinubu. And Sanwo-Olu, my ambition is state's interests. Let's join the two and see what we can make out of it before we go. First, the first one, vote buying. Jonathan said the Oshomole and is.
It is unfortunate that at this point in our nation's history, we should be talking about vote buying. And if you followed the last election in Ekiti, and even the one before it, that of Anambra, you will see that it is becoming a trend. People are tending to meet the voters at the point of voting, to buy their votes. What it means is that our people are no longer interested in having people who will deliver on their promises, people who will actually impact on their lives. What they want to do, what they're interested in is in collecting, what they will collect before the election. And I think it's
just maybe simply because there's poverty in the land. But before then, let's look at the labor give 2-week ultimatum on pay. Have you heard that?
I will be waiting for that.
Again, that is laughable. Because
the ultimatum or the minimum wage, which one is laughable?
The ultimatum, because they can hardly realize, their objective. They can hardly call out workers on strike now.
Why?
Because, one, it is untimely. 2, is that even the issue of minimum wage, if you look at it, you will see that the federal government does not appear to have a definite direction on that, given that some states are even finding it difficult to pay. To pay the ones that is the subsisting salary. Therefore, I think what the situation calls for now is for patience.
Okay, it calls for patience. Well, our viewer there, you can get the details of all that we've discussed and all the papers here reviewed, and then possibly have or whatever that, get the details, of course. We want to thank you so much, Emma Udaga, really, for really coming to really join us in this paper review.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for coming.